I just wish my good friend would come clean.
About what?
About why the first words out of your mouth when you found out Edmund proposed were, "What about Brooke?" Well, now I know why. Because you're sleeping with Brooke's husband.
Excuse me?
You're worried about Brooke because you're having an affair with Tad.
Where on earth did you get such a crazy idea?
It is a crazy idea, isn't it? But it's not mine. It's yours.
Okay, it's true. I admit that Tad and I once had something a long time ago, but that's over. In case you hadn't noticed, Tad and Brooke are happily married.
Oh, are they really?
Wow. This, looks as good as it smells.
You mean the house? Or, dinner or me?
All of the above.
It's a good answer.
So, what's the special occasion?
Oh, just a little reminder of everything that you're going to be missing while you're out in the wilds with Ted, you know? You've given us such a beautiful home.
Come on, honey, all I did was buy it. You're the one who made it.
No. You made it possible. And I love you for it. And Jamie loves you for it.
Well, one thing's for sure. I'm gonna miss all this.
Well, I know what you should do. You should just take a few mental snapshots, because you know what? It's all going to be waiting for you exactly like this when you get back from your trip.
You're scum, Ted. You're scum. You're cheating on Brooke with Dixie. I ought to kill you.
What are you talking about?
You're going to pay for this. You're married to the greatest woman on the planet. You're two-timing it with somebody you can't even seem to hurt enough. What the hell's the matter with you, huh? Does making him suffer make you feel like a big man? Say something! Or I swear I'll just beat it out of you.
It's not true.
You know damn well it's true, and so do I. You've ruined the lives of a lot of people. You're trash. I always knew that, but you're worse than that. You got no conscience. You don't care who you use, just as long as you get what you want. Did it ever occur to you what would happen to Brooke? Huh? Brooke? How did it feel, huh? How did it feel looking into her eyes saying, "I forgive you for what happened at Willow Lake," when nothing even happened? Nothing! There you are saying, "Oh, honey, I'm listening to you while you're apologizing." Meanwhile, she had feelings. You know what you had? You had Dixie. Yeah, Dixie, the woman you spit on just to have Brooke. How's it feel to bring her down to your level, huh? You know, Dixie's lying now. Lying to everybody, even her own son, so she can spend a few lousy hours with you.
Her son?
Yeah. Her son. What's the matter? You didn't realize you're destroying two families? Two families with children?
Junior.
Yeah, and Jamie. What, you didn't think this would affect your own son? You didn't think he'd find out that his father's a lying, cheating jerk?
Well, you seem to know an awful lot.
I know way too much.
Well, then why don't you tell me what you think you know, and we'll see if we can separate the fact from the fiction.
This is really delicious.
Yeah, it is. You know something? I actually remember the grapes that went into this. They were picked just a little while after I got to Napa Valley over 3 years ago. It was a good crop.
I think it's like everything that you touch. Just gets better with age.
I don't know about that.
I do. You know, when I was getting everything ready I kept sort of flashing back to when you were courting me.
I don't remember making you dinner.
No. But you were so romantic. I tell you, I was bound and determined that you were not going to sweep me off my feet.
You were?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I thought, I don't care how charming he is, I'm just going to keep level-headed, and I'm not going to make any decisions that I'm going to regret. But you were so warm and so passionate and so funny. I guess I just underestimated your powers of persuasion.
No, you underestimated the power of two Martin men, that's all it was. I mean, I had it all arranged with Jamie beforehand. I had him set you up, and then I came on in and finished you off.
It worked like a charm. Having you in our life, it's like a gift. I remember when you said that I was the only one who could make this house into a home.
You gave the place life the second you walked in. You still do. Every day. You know, when my memory first started coming back, so much of it was about you, times we'd spent together. And when I found out about Jamie and actually saw the two of you together, all the pieces just seemed to land in the right place.
I can remember when I brought him here for the first time and you took him out in the backyard.
Rolled him around on the lawn.
What a roly-poly bug was. I can remember him laughing and rolling on the lawn with me. Oh. I should have known when I saw that gleam in his eyes. I was not making a home just for you. I was making it for us. For all three of us. And then when you took me to New York and you proposed to me, I think that was one of the most romantic proposals in all of history.
No. No, come
May
on.
I have this tango?
Honey, I'm pretty sure I sent the orchestra home.
I can still hear the music. Please, come on, dance with me.
The hell out of that chicken pendant I gave you.
No, don't make fun of that. I love that. I still have that. Do you still have that knife I gave you?
What knife?
A sterling silver knife?
Just busting your chops. Of course I still have it. I only take it with me every day, everywhere I go.
Do you help me put this on?
Why not? You know something? In a perfect world, this would have an inscription on it. And the inscription would read something like, "To the woman I love with all my heart." So, what do you think, lady? You want to honor me with a dance?
I'd love to.
Okay.
Anything. Nothing has changed. Nothing. know, this is absurd. Tad and Brooke haven't even been married 6 months.
Oh, like time really has anything to do with it. Come on, you know as well as I do that there is a whole world of married people out there that want to be with somebody else. And when they can't be, they just have an affair.
Well, Tad's not like that. You don't know him.
Not as well as you do, that's for sure.
Okay, look, Tad came back here after 2 years, and I was married to Brian, and he wanted to get together then, but I couldn't do it.
Brian's no longer in the way.
Brooke is? Come on, after he found out about Jamie, that changed everything for him. His own father was a nightmare, and now he wants to be a good father, a real father to Jamie. I can't compete with that. I can't even try.
So he takes his son with him.
Now, he wouldn't do that, take him away from his mother. That's impossible. Besides, he loves Brooke. He's made himself perfectly clear on that, so I can't see where
Dixie, come on. I'm not saying that Tad is some kind of inhuman monster. He loves his child. Okay, I'll accept that. I'll even accept that he loves Brooke. But what I want you to come clean about is that he loves you, too, and that you're having an affair.
Well, Maria, I can't do that because
Would you stop it? Would you just dump the denial, Dixie? Come on. Edmund found out. And he's got proof.
Here, try this one. Come on, it was in this month's Gourmand. Tell me if it was worth making.
It's delicious. That's great. Mmm. That's wonderful. Was there no end to your talents?
Really? Do you mean that?
You sound so surprised.
Oh, just... Oh, forget it.
I want you to be happy.
Well, happiness doesn't just happen. You know, it takes work. And I'm going to make you a promise. I'm going to use all my energy to keep us as happy as we are right now. I love you.
You've got proof. Spit it out.
All right, let's start with a little business trip in New York City.
What about it? I go to New York on business all the time. So what?
It just happened to coincide with Dixie running off to some conference.
For patient advocates, she told me. So that's if we leave town at the same time and you think we're having an affair. I've got news for you, Edmund. We're just friends.
Look, I found out you both went to New York City, and then I confirmed it with my own eyes.
You followed.
I saw Dixie race into your arms. I saw you kissing in the damn lobby.
How long have you known about this?
I should have figured it out long ago. So many signs.
Such as?
Such as the way you just went out of your way to help Ted. It wasn't because he was Nola's son. It's because you couldn't stand the thought of Dixie being with him. You know, you can't even imagine somebody who looks like you spending time with a woman who's your private preserve. Do you ever think that Dixie might deserve a shot at happiness? With Ted? He loved her. He wanted to marry her. But no. You couldn't stand that, could you? You couldn't bear the thought that Dixie might have a chance at happiness with some decent guy like Ted.
You had written down the address of where you're going to be in New York, and Edmund spotted it when he was at your house. And that's all he needed to go racing to New York to see for himself.
And what did he see?
He was in the lobby of the condo when you and Tad arrived.
Thought Edmund was my friend.
He is your friend.
Friends don't spy on each other. Do you know where he is? I should find him before he tells anybody else, especially Brooke.
No, don't worry about that. He's not going to tell her. He promised he wouldn't.
Oh, and you believed him?
Well, yes, I convinced him that it was best to leave Brooke out of this. Keep her out of it.
Well, of course, she's Tad's wife.
And Edmund's old flame.
Not anymore.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, Maria. But after everything that Brooke and Edmund have been through, now that he knows about Tad and me, he's going to use this. He's got the perfect weapon to get her back.
That's not what Edmund wants.
Maria, I'm sorry, but Edmund is totally obsessed with Brooke. Face it, he's probably with her right now.
Stop trying. Why are you trying to turn this on Edmund?
I'm not. Look, he's just as bad as Tad, if not worse. At least Tad is honest about loving two women at the same time, which is more than I can say for Edmund. He's going to use this to get her back. I know it. And sooner or later, you will too.
So why are you bothering me? Why not go straight to Brooke? I thought you were supposed to care about her.
More than you, that's for sure.
So you told her.
I saw her.
She knows?
As much as I wanted to gun you down, Martin, I couldn't do it to her. She thinks you're the greatest thing that ever walked the face of the earth. Nobody is more straightforward and honest than Tad Martin.
She said that?
I wanted to puke. If you were just half as devoted as she was, she'd have a shot at happiness. You know that? She desperately wants her family. She wants it to work.
She doesn't know.
No. But if you breathe one word to her, one word to that terrific woman, I'll be all over you. You understand? Your one chance, your one shot. Never see Dixie again. You got that? Because if you don't, I'll come for you. And I'll find you. I swear.
This feels so right. I've missed you so much. I'd wake up in the morning, and you wouldn't be there. But you were always with me, always in my dreams. Always. This is how it should be. This.
You're all that kept me going. I'd try to write. I'd write about you. I'd work in the garden. I would just see you. A rose against your skin. The smell of roses in your hair. Everything I did was for you. Everything. Your eyes, your touch, your hair, your love. My life isn't worth a damn without you. You are everything right, every reason. You're everything I want.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Our son may be a little devil while he's awake, but he sure looks like an angel while I sleep.
Just like his daddy when he's sleeping. Are you ready to go up to bed?
No, you go on up first. I'm going to head off for the wilds of Canada tomorrow. I need to call the coast first.
You don't trust me, do you?
Of course I trust you. What are you talking about?
Opal should have never told you that Edmund came here.
Come on, Brooke. Opal has much too much time on her hand, not to mention a very lurid sense of imagination. I mean, she just... Edmund scared her. That's all it was.
No, every time you turn around, somebody is throwing Edmund and me up in your face.
Would you please? You're the one that's throwing Edmund up in my face. Look, he came by to cause trouble. He failed, that's all. And nothing that has happened, nothing could possibly convince me that you are anything less than the wonderful wife that you always have been.
I haven't ruined things for us.
Sweetheart, nothing is ruined. We just had a great time. A wonderful evening, an exquisite dinner.
So then why do I feel that there's this distance between us again?
I don't know.
It seems like no matter what I do to bring us closer together, all that happens is that we move further apart. I want us to be close like we were last summer, Ted. And I can't seem to make it happen. I love you.
I know.
It's just... Can't we get back to the way things were? I mean, it's been so long, and now you're going away.
It's just for a few days.
I can't stand the fact that you're going to be apart again, and you can't deny the fact that things are not the same. I miss you.
I'm right here.
I need you to love me, to want me.
Brooke, you know the way I feel about you.
Show me. Make love to me. Why won't you make love to me? It must be something that I've done.
I want you to stop insisting that you've done something or thinking that you're at fault. Brooke, the past few months have been difficult, to say the least. But throughout it all, you've been nothing but wonderful.
And this thing with Edmund?
I don't care about Edmund. I don't give a damn about Edmund. You didn't invite him over to the house. He came here to push his own sick agenda because he's got problems. And I know that you were in love with him. That's no secret. But that's over. It's finished. You made that perfectly clear to me. I know that you must be sick to death of hearing me apologize for being self-centered. But I have been, and I still am.
I know that things have been very difficult for you, since Ted. I know that.
At your expense. And the farther I retreat into myself, the harder you reach out and get nothing in return. But you couldn't do anything, any more or any better.
You trust me?
It's my life.
You trust me and you say all these wonderful things about me. And we still haven't. You don't want me anymore? I'm not attractive to you?
Don't say that. Don't you ever say that.
If Edmund had wanted Brooke, he could have had her. You certainly gave him enough rope to hang Tad out to dry with, but he didn't do it.
This is getting us exactly nowhere.
Maria, congratulate me. I did it, and I'm glad.
Don't we sound self-righteous? And what exactly did we do?
Got something off my chest.
Feel better?
Actually, I do.
No wonder. After all your ingenious detective work, telling off Tad must have been the icing on the cake.
Look, it didn't take Sherlock Holmes, Dixie. Besides, even your son was confused.
You leave Junior out of this.
Look, you dragged him into it, okay? How did it feel having Tad play Ted to trick your son, huh? Must have been quite a stretch for Tad to play a decent guy.
You interrogated Junior?
He was confused, okay? One minute he thinks he's never going to see Ted again. The next minute, Mom's laying a big kiss on Ted. All right? I knew the timing was off. I'm not as blindly trusting as your little boy. Do you need anything, Mr. Martin? Mr. Martin?
Don't call me that. Don't you ever call me that. I'm sorry. My name is Orsini. Ted Orsini. Whatever you say, sir.
Well, since we're on the subject of truth, Mr. Self-Righteous, let's hear why you felt compelled to follow Tad and me all the way to New York. Was it fun? Did you enjoy playing judge and jury?
I didn't judge you, okay?
Oh, really? What do you call it? Character evaluation?
Look, Tad has strung you and Brooke all along. First he gets you to break up with Brian, and then he marries Brooke for the hell of it.
Who is breaking up me
He
and
doesn't want just his
Brian?
cake and eat it. He wants a whole damn
Your
bakery.
record is not exactly spotless.
Look, I'm not a saint, all right? I admit it. But I am not Tad Martin.
That's certainly not for lack of trying, is it? You chased Brooke all over the place. You practically drowned in quicksand just to be near her, all the while leading the good doctor here off in the other direction. Don't tell me that you're not tempted by two women at once.
Brooke and I had some unfinished business.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Look, I admit it, okay? I've been tempted, all right?
Oh.
I admitted it to Maria. Now shut up. The one thing I didn't do was act on it.
Well, let's give you the Medal of Honor. Let's give you the badge of perfection.
Can we just stop it here, please? This is ridiculous. I can't believe you can say these things to each other. Stop it.
All I want to know, Edmund, is when and if you plan on telling Brooke all of this. I want you so much. What's the matter?
Are we forgetting something?
I don't think so.
Brooke, we came to a decision on this baby thing. To wait?
Well, I guess it's just been a while. I sort of got ahead of myself. Okay, I'll be right back. Save my place.
Dixie, I can't guarantee that Brooke will never find out about you two. And you're not very good at keeping a secret about this whole thing. But what I can promise is it'll never come from me. I promised you, and I meant it. In terms of why I had to do what I did with Tad, it's just... Well, you may never understand it, but I did it, and it's done, and I'm out of it.
Well, I wish I could believe you.
Why can't you believe him? I do.
After all you've done, Edmund, how can I? Well, suddenly, you just don't care? Am I supposed to go through every day now, wondering if this is going to be the day that Edmund decides to drop everything and ruin everybody's lives?
Dixie, I don't hate you, okay? The anger's gone. I'm not mad at you. I feel sorry for you, for all that you've been put through here. I mean, your life has been... Well, ever since Tad came back to town, you've been suffering a lot, okay? And I hate what he's putting you through. And I will continue hating it as long as you let him do it to you.
Don't pity me, Edmund. I'm not some naive schoolgirl, and I certainly don't like being the other woman. Ted doesn't like it either. In fact, he hates it. Both of us know we can't go on like this. I've just got to give him time to make this decision. To decide what's best for him and for Brooke. I can't make that decision for him. He's got to do it. He's got to decide what is right, and he will do it. He'll do it for all of us.